going live. We're live! Okay, maybe. It's like, it's booting up. It's doing its thing. Yeah. It's like where you're like, wait, is this here? Anyway, it shows up for me that we're live, so who knows? Like, okay, woo! Who are the participants? Alright. We get to hear my typing tonight with my big click, with my clackety clack nails. I accidentally dyed them when I was dyeing my hair earlier today, so they're now like sort of a maroony, like not a maroon, like a purpley marble situation. Hey, Kaylynn! What's up? What's up, Kaylynn? So yeah. Yeah, it's delayed. Yeah. It's a little confusing. I can read out comments as they happen. Okay. Yeah, like, so for Caitlin, who's here, you're seeing us like 10 seconds in the past. Well, there might be a slight delay, but that's the only real way to. Maybe more than that. Hi, Annie, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. I don't know what we're doing. We're having fun. We're having some fun. The real question is, does anyone mind if at some point, like, dinner is delivered to me and I turn this into a little mini mukbang? Hope not, because your girl didn't eat dinner yet. Indeed. Okay, I've put the... Okay. Oh, that's tight. Oh, hello, Emily, and I'm not sure who Learning Korean and Loving Life is, but welcome regardless. You can introduce yourself in the chat. Oh, you know what? That's true. Yeah, Caitlin, I never eat until, like, real late. I actually forgot to eat until, like, 4 this afternoon. Oh, hey, Tony! So, like, yeah, but, like, my husband's gonna be making some vegan burgers later, so I'm, like, pretty pumped. Beth. Beth is in the house. Yeah. That's what we're having. Beyond Meat burgers. Well, it is like the McDonald's. Oh, hey, Tony. Yeah. Welcome. Yeah, I haven't had the A&W one. I did have the Beyond Meat. I Frankensteined. I was forced to go to Tim Hortons once. I was in an airport and it was like the only thing around. And they have like a Beyond Meat breakfast bagel, but since I have celiacs, I can't eat the bagel. So I had them make it, but like between 2 hash browns. Yeah. It was actually when I was on my way to go see Monster X. It was my breakfast as I flew into Philly, so. Oh, yeah, it was slim pickings. Slim pickings breakfast-wise at the old Halifax airport for the vegan with celiacs, let's be honest. Boop. Hey, okay, it's like, it looks, I'm gonna call it indigo. Hi, Christina! I'm gonna call it indigo for right now. But like when I look at it, no, when I look at it here, it's a very purpley blue. Like when I'm looking at it myself, I'm literally not sure how it. Well, okay, I sort of get how it turned blue because it was blue underneath. So, yeah. It's the same color as it is in the logo, so let's go with that. Exactly, yeah. I meant to do it. It was on purpose. Oh, whoops. Why? Okay, OBS, if you can just... Making haste! Welcome! I'm sorry, I just keep having to, like, move shit around on OBS because, like, it keeps resizing windows just, just to play with me. It's making things difficult for old Natalia. The struggle is real. Oh, my goodness. How's everyone doing tonight? Only hearing Natalia. Oh, no. What's going on? Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
She takes out her.
Well, okay, I'm solving problems right now, is what I'm doing. Is like, if you can't...
Can you hear us?
Is this better? Like, I know I'm pretty great, but, like, we want to hear everyone, so... Hi, Christina. Okay. So, like, what I have done, I have now kludged together, We're gonna make this work for us. This is what's oh my god, why does it keep resizing Amanda's window just randomly on me?
Well, I think now the question is if anyone can hear us, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Aside from you. Oh, they can hear now.
Okay.
Mostly it was just because Natalia was the one talking.
Okay, I had to like kludge it since it wasn't reading the audio from Skype like it was supposed to. We're now listening. It's recording through my mic.
Because we were being quiet.
Yeah, because like let's be honest, I just fucking talk so much all the time. So you know what? But now we do it. Now we do it.
Saying that's not true.
It's not untrue.
It's like pretty true. Like let's.
Mostly true.
Hey now. I'm feeling a little roasted tonight. It's getting a little toasty in here from all the roasting happening.
It's probably your potato that's in
your oven. I just want to say that I am currently not cooking anything.
That you know.
That you remember.
Yeah.
No, I didn't cook anything today. I had things cooked for me. That worked out a lot nicer in the long run. I can't set anything on fire.
Okay, so let's introduce ourselves, because that's...
Now that everyone can hear. Okay.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
And yeah, you know us. Like, you know us. That's why you're here.
Oh, we should probably say our handles, because I think some people really do only know us from...
Oh, that's true. I'm Soju Nights. I have this with me today to... demonstrate. Thank you, Beth, by the way. Beth bought this for me, so thank you, Beth. You're such a mensch.
I'm T-Rex Mama on Twitter.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking water and this lovely rose lemonade mix, which sounds kind of gross, but it's had a pretty bottle, so I bought it. And it actually tastes really nice, so
that's fun.
I was pleasantly surprised.
I'm Wine and a K-Drama on Twitter and everything else. It's just my handle.
And you're drinking wine.
I am, definitely. It's right here beside me.
Mm-hmm. In her Chardonnay.
Yeah. That Sky got me.
Aw.
It's so cute. Shiny. I have 3 different handles, but I'll just talk about 2. K-Pop's Rock or K-Drama's Rock. Things with rock in it, just because it seemed fun. And so since I'm milk, I got banana almond milk. It didn't have any strawberry almond milk in the world, or really any strawberry milk for that matter. It was a grocery store. Come on, do something. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
1 second. My husband had just texted me asking if he was allowed to still bring me food. And I'm telling him, yes, I've gotten permission to eat
Worry they're gonna
on
be
the
mad at
live
him.
stream.
So it is our anniversary, so that's why we figured we'd try a live stream. We've talked about doing this before, we just had
Yeah.
never actually
So, like,
done it.
we apologize in advance if, like, it's laggy or stuff. Like, we're learning.
Yeah.
I've never, like, live streamed with 4 people before. It's always just been my sad sack little live streams with just 1 camera. So, like, like I had to like install programs and stuff to make this work.
Thank you. It's always a learning curve trying to, because even if you read up on articles or research how to do
Thank you,
podcasting
Tony.
or recording things, when you talk about doing it with 4 different people in 4 different locations, like, it's always a whole other ballgame. Like, nothing is set up
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. So
You're all very far away from each other.
Yeah, we're...
And everything's like, you guys should try to get into the same room. That'll make your podcast that much better. And we're like, listen, that's not going to happen.
If
The
only, that
struggle
would be
is
really
real.
easy.
The struggle is real, I tell ya. Oh, and thank you for all the anniversary wishes. You guys are the tits.
Thank you.
And you're right, Christina, it is delicious. The rose lemonade.
And
I'm quite enjoying it.
this pineapple soju is chef kiss. Chef kiss. That's all I
I'm
have
so
to say.
jealous. I want that.
Mm.
I want there to be flavored soju here.
I know. All they have is like the boring plain soju, which is like pretty good.
And there's not even a good one here. Like, it's the like nail polish remover one that they have at the LCBO in Sarnia. It like in Ontario. I can special order a better brand, but I have to order like 5 bottles of it at once. And I'm
I don't see a
need
problem.
5 bottles of soju.
Currently I have like 10 bottles of soju in my house.
And it was great.
I
missed that mouth.
I don't really see a problem with the amount of soju that you're like proposing in this deal. But I'm pretty lucky because the only place that carries soju in my town is like the upscale liquor store. So they have the good shit. The good stuff. They got the good stuff. But it's also the expensive stuff. And your girl is cheap.
So as far as the folks in the chat, what are you guys drinking or eating or doing anything?
Yeah, what you're up to?
And are you making it to your mouth unlike what I did with my water? Luckily it was my water. If it was the banana milk, that would suck.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Yeah. Water, it's like, well, now I'm just moist. Oh, well.
My husband just meant to text me, I'll make some burgers in a few minutes, but he texted, I'll make some burgers in a few weeks. I was like, a few weeks? I won't be dead by then.
I didn't think it's that long.
Ooh, coffee. Yum, 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 yum. What's everyone eating? I'm like excited. I love hearing about like stuff that people do that like is like relatively mundane, but I just find it so yeah, Beth, you gotta, you with all your, I know how many flavors they have of soju where you are, Beth, because you've sent them all to me. Ooh, coconut LaCroix. Fancy,
Chocolate
fancy.
cake.
Yeah.
See, I live in the state that
Malbec.
I can't
Ooh.
get like wine or
Neat.
liquor in a grocery store. So even though I have a bunch of Korean markets, they're not going to have soju.
Yeah, it's the same in
Got it.
Canada. Only like licensed liquor stores, but where I am, the liquor stores are mostly attached to grocery stores, but they only have like beer, wine, boo hiss. Oh, Christina, that is a tragedy. Like, no soju, I don't know what I would do with my life. She says as she drinks some. And Beth, I'm not using the shot glass glass, damn you, lisp, that Beth sent me because it's in the wash. Because I had put a piece of candy in it, and then the candy melted under my studio lights, and I was like, oh. Ooh, japchae and pork belly. That sounds good, Brie. Also, hello, Brie. Bum, bum, bum. Sells soju. Like, the peach flavor's pretty good, though, Kaylynn, so... You know,
I
that's
should
not a
actually look for
problem.
soju. Since the first time I ever tried it was with you guys when we met up in person, so like...
Yeah.
But I was surprised. I didn't...
We had cherry and we had watermelon.
Yeah, watermelon and black cherry, and...
I think I liked... I'm trying to remember which... I think I might have liked the watermelon better, but in general I prefer watermelon flavor.
Yeah, I like the watermelon better than the cherry, too. But I like the cherry, too. And then we had the ill-fated... The ill-fated ravioli that we wanted to try.
I was so excited about it.
I know! Like, we were all so excited. Like,
So
when
excited because we found it that we could both, like, drink it, and then...
And then nothing. It was gone. It was dead. Oh, that was so sad.
And then we were responsible the next morning, and we were like, no, we shouldn't.
Yeah, we have to drive to the airport now. We probably shouldn't get drunk.
Drive.
A lot.
And then I spent the night in the airport like a weirdo.
At that train station. I could have probably, brown paper bagged it, but
You probably could have. Just sat outside on, like, the grass.
I did. I totally sat outside on the grass, in the shade, and I watched a movie on my phone. And I had, like, 3 different, like, kids and, like, guys and stuff who happened to walk past the train station, like, or ride their bikes by and stuff, and they, like, stopped, and they were like, hey, are you okay? Yeah, like, I got a bag of chips. Are you hungry? And I was like, I'm good, thanks. Like, this guy walked by, and he was like, I'm just going to dump the rest of my pizza.
You must have looked hungry.
I'm
just waiting for the train.
Bree, thank you for the well wishes on our anniversary. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And the cherry soju, it was kind of twangy, and
Yeah,
it tasted cherry.
Like, I liked it. I liked it quite a bit, but I like cherry flavored stuff, so I don't know. I might not be the best.
with little cough syrup.
Ooh, maple soju. Ooh. Oh, girl, you're talking my language.
The Canadian language now.
When a Korean goes and visits Canada.
That's what I keep hoping that now that, like, Kim's Convenience is, like, worldwide popular and stuff, maybe the, like, soju will, like, make it into more of the Canadian market, but so far, no luck.
Tony, you should send the link to that video to our Twitter, and we'll watch it. It sounds like something up our alley.
I forgot about Twitter in case someone said anything.
No one said anything. Don't worry.
No one said anything.
We're fine. We're fine.
Nah, she just liking stuff.
You guys also could ask us questions.
Yeah.
We'll answer almost anything.
Yeah, we'll answer mostly anything.
Yeah. I mean, you can try to ask me, like, your social security number. I'm not going to give it to you.
Like, within reason.
You're not going to get much.
Like, to be honest, like, our social insurance number in Canada, you won't get very far with it, but, like, you do you, boo-boo. It's not quite as necessary for most things. The only thing I've ever used it for was my student loans. And let's not talk about those.
My husband and I, we just went to a sporting goods store today, and he wanted to get the shop credit card thing, whatever. And so, yeah, they asked him on the little keypad, they asked him his social security number twice. The last 4 digits. It's used a lot in the States like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of an indicator for...
Yeah, like, I remember in high school, if I had a test and I wanted to get the, like, grade, it was, like, done by my last 4 digits. It's very weird.
Yeah, I remember I felt like I needed to memorize it before I went to college, because sure enough, it ended up on forms and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know mine.
I used to know mine off the top of my head. I can't remember why. I used to do something that I needed it more frequently, but basically only, like, jobs. Like, when you're filling out forms for a job or something, they need it. But
I would bet that you guys have different number of digits than we do. It'd be strange if we all had the same number of digits.
I think we have 9. I think it's 9 digits in Canada.
Yeah. I think
That's
so.
what we have too, right, Jesse?
Yep.
Yeah.
Weird.
Huh. Learn something every day.
Usually it's like, oh, we don't have that in the U.S. Oh, we don't have that in Canada.
Yeah.
Canadians, they're just like us.
They're just like us.
I actually, when I was in like early high school, like probably grade 9, I went to visit my cousin who lived I like stayed with them for like 2 weeks, and they lived in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I went to school with her, like for the 2 weeks that I was there, and the little, like the small amounts of knowledge that people had about Canada there was just laughable. Like the questions you would get, like they thought that Canadians lived in igloos, and this was like the IB program, and I was like, I live in a house.
Cross the bridge and go to like a store that's like 10 minutes from my house geographically, and people would be like, wow, but like isn't it snowing? And I'm like magic snow? Like 10 minutes up the road? Like
it's snowing.
Like we don't live in a dome, like it's not.
Canada's this alternate science fiction universe where you just step across the border and it's snowing.
Well, yeah. Annie has a question. She wants to know, what dramas that are out of your comfort zones have you really enjoyed? Now, for me, this is an issue because I will watch anything.
Literally.
I have no standards for my entertainment whatsoever.
If it's out, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, like if I'm not doing anything, I'll like literally watch anything. I don't know, like, if we're gonna go with, like, what did I hate watch all the way through? I'm gonna have to go with Boys Over Flowers, because that was, like, way out of my enjoyment zone. But I watched it, I've seen it 3 times. The bagged milk thing is not weird, Christina. I need to tell you, it has less of an environmental impact, it's much easier to ship. We all have little containers, like little plastic containers, and then we have like a magnet. We have a magnet on our fridges that have like little like razor blades in them, and you just like zip off the corner, and it works perfect. I don't even drink milk.
Sounds just so many more steps.
Yeah, but I will say when I changed high schools, when I moved to Arkansas, they all of a sudden had bagged milk at that high school, and that just like blew my mind. And the act of trying to get a straw into a little blood bag of milk was like really, really hard for me.
Like they had like a Capri Sun of milk.
It didn't have a bottom. No, it was just like this bag.
So weird. Like that sounds weird. We have to like plastic pitchers that you drop the bag.
Yeah, like it's like a 2-liter bag. Or what would be the equivalent of like half a gallon bag? I don't know. You and your imperial system. It doesn't make any sense.
Gallons. No.
Kaylynn would like to know, what variety shows do we like?
Hold on, we didn't even answer.
Oh, right, sorry. Kaylynn,
we'll get time I edit an episode.
We'll get back to you, Kaylynn. We're gonna finish with Annie's question first. Everyone else's. I'm just moving us along.
I answered it, so we're good.
Oh, shush. Yeah. Shush! Y'all had opportunities. We got sidetracked with the back milk. All right, I'm gonna shut up.
For me, it would be Maya Jushi. When I started watching that, I was like, nope, not gonna watch. Nope, I do not like this. It is sad and it is depressing and it is horrible and I hate it. But I gave it the 4-episode test, and by the end of the 4 episodes, I was like, I really like the people though, and like, I think I'm gonna keep with it. And I was so glad I did because it was so good. Like, it was crazy good. So I'm very, very glad I stuck with it. But it's the kind of thing that if I went into it knowing what it was gonna be like, I probably wouldn't have watched it. Right? I was glad.
I'm probably missing a big one that would be a better answer, but Touch Your Heart is like on the border of way too rom-com-y for me. Like, I'm not like super into rom-com. I don't have to have a romance, and like it was heightened comedy too that I'm not like super into, and I just enjoyed it. Like, it was just an enjoyable show. Like, it's not my favorite, but I had fun watching it, and there were parts when I would like binge it. So that's probably like one of the closer ones of dramas that like are on my borderline of what I probably shouldn't have liked but liked.
I think for me, it's between Master's Son and King Two Hearts. Though King Two Hearts comes so early in my K-drama watching career that it's hard. So it's kind of hard to say that, but like it's still, I'm not a big political show fan. And it was a political show. Like, once you really get down to it, that's what it was. So the fact that I really enjoyed that show is still, I don't think I've even watched a political show since then. So that's definitely out of my norm. Master's Son, I know Master's Son is not like this terrifying show. But for me, there was a jump scare or two, and like I don't do jump scare shows.
She's a bit of a wimp. She's just a TV.
I was not expecting the level of jump scare, and so I started watching it at night when I was home alone, and I was like, the first go, I was like, I can't watch this. I was like, watched it the next day in the daylight, and then I was fine. But like, yeah, it was a little.
But I think I got hooked on it pretty much immediately. Like, I was so curious that it kind of. Even though I'm a scaredy cat, it really didn't matter, because it's like, I have to figure out if she finally fixes her life, because she's just so sad, and like, what is he doing with his mole? Like, I don't even know. Like, gotta know now. So now we can go to the next.
I just wanted to say Scarlet Heart Rayo too. I never watched a saga before that, and like, I can't watch them now because I know what sagas are like. So like, every time I try to like get to one, I'm like, no, it's just gonna be too sad.
They're not usually as sad as that one was. Like, that one was real sad. Like, that one was like pure tragedy.
I know, but like, I had no idea going into it, right? That's what happens, that everybody dies, you know, like that's typical. So now it's sort of, you go into it knowing, like, it's like I can't make myself start because I know there's going to be tragedy. And I just, if tragedy sneaks up on me, then I'm okay, but like, I can't make myself do it.
You can't plan to watch tragedy.
No,
if you just
my brain just shuts it off, shuts it down.
So,
are there other questions?
The next question is, what variety shows do we like, from Kaylynn? Now, for me, the real question is, what variety shows don't I like? I
don't think you have an answer for that.
I don't have an answer for that. But if I'm gonna pick like my favorite, it would have to be My Little Old Boy.
That's a good one.
That one kills me every time I watch it. My husband calls it middle-aged sad sacks, being middle-aged sad sacks. But, like, it's a delight. It is such a good, like, it's really fun. If you've never heard of it, basically it follows these, like, middle-aged bachelors and one bachelorette and her sister just doing random stuff, you know, just...
Yeah, it's just life.
Just life. But in the studio, their mothers are watching and roasting them at the same time. So it's kind of messed up, but it's really delightful.
For me, I really like variety shows too. Like, I like them all. But Running Man will always and forever be my favorite one. It's one of the first ones, besides like idol K-poppy variety shows, which I watched a lot of before I even touched K-dramas. But like Running Man, it was the first one that I really got into, and it's consistently been the show that I can put on if I'm like feeling anxious or upset or just not feeling good mentally. It's the one I can put on, and it just helps like chill me out because they're so crazy and they're so much fun.
Yeah.
And then there's also like just little in-jokes too that like kind of happen just because it's the same cast doing the same things. I just really enjoy it.
I don't watch a whole lot of variety. I've watched Running Man a fair bit just because, like you said, it's enjoyable. It's just fun. And sort of the first thing you find, I think, when you first start getting into K-pop and you're like, looking for stuff, you start seeing all the clips all the time on YouTube and stuff. So I got into it that way. But I think if I was just going to sit down and watch variety, it's going to be more the stuff like that Little House in the Forest or whatever, and the like Coffee Friends and Fiori's Homestay. Yeah. Like, I like that really chill vibe, more almost like more that reality series kind of concept than the variety show, shenanigans. I'd rather watch and I feel like you can kind of put it on in the background and like you're not missing anything because it's all just, we're just doing our thing and hanging out, and yeah, I like those ones.
Kaylynn, you've never seen Running Man? Oh, gosh. Kaylynn.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm so disappointed in you right now. But I do agree that it's dangerous beyond the blankets.
I've watched a handful of them, but, like, even if it's just to watch a certain K-pop group being on there or a certain actor, like, it's totally worth it. I mean, even...
It is 100% worth it.
Kang Han-dul and Kwang Seo-joon, since they were in a movie together, like, their episode's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, it's really funny. So like Running Man, I have not watched it, like, consecutively. I only have, like, cherry-picked here and there in clips. But Coffee Friends is one of my absolute favorites. Busted,
so good.
Love it.
Second season coming soon.
I know, next month. Oh, hi, Janaya. Janaya made it, guys. Janaya! Woo!
And then, also, I end up watching a lot of the music and the music competition shows, but also really the variety ones. So, like, Weekly Idol, always a good time, even if I haven't known the group and stuff. I really like watching the variety of Weekly Idol, or even, can't think of the guy's name. Shoot. There's a specific music show that it's a one guy, and it's a pretty chill show, and he'll have on an artist or two. Playbook, I feel like the name Playbook's
Sketchbook?
Sketchbook, yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
It's always, because they kind of even show, like, the crowd's reactions a little bit more, but it's always kind of a calm show. Immortal Songs is also great, how they do covers, but they do it in their own style. It's really cool. So I kind of end up watching those a little bit more, but I love variety whenever I get around to it.
Yeah.
I really like to find that new one that started this month, with the bookstore or something. It's like the bookstore, and they write a song based on a book every week.
Yeah,
or
he
something.
took the MC for it.
I want that.
Oh yeah,
and by the way, Cocoa is carrying a lot of the...
Yeah, they've got a lot of variety on there. So, Kaylynn says she likes food ones, like 3 meals a day. Agreed. But then Andy says she can't watch them because she makes her hungry. Fair.
That's also great.
And there's a lot of votes for travel ones and ones like the Barber of Seville. I do like the travel ones, but I also like there is the travel one, Yoon's Kitchen, that combines travel and food. Delightful. Yeah.
And then Super Junior and TVXQ with their new one.
Oh, that one's really good. That one's analog. Yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah.
So the next question that we had was, have any of us ever been to Korea? My answer is no, but I did used to live in Songkla, Thailand for when I was little, so does that, it's in Asia. That's all my mom knew how to cook was Asian food. I was like we were the weird family when we moved back to
How long did you live
Canada.
in Thailand?
A year. We lived there for a year. I went to kindergarten in Thailand.
Yeah, no, never been. Want to.
Yeah, maybe one day, we can all go on a fun little trip.
Because it's so cheap.
Yeah. It's easy.
Sure.
Just have to skip over there.
See,
As far as I've been is like England and Africa. Like I haven't ended up much further. But
I've just been to Canada. That's the extent of my travels.
Exotic locale.
Where you live?
Yes, you came to Halifax. I forgot about that.
Halifax.
Oh, Halifax. There's Halifax, just as a little tourism Halifax thing, has the most bars per capita in North America. So,
I was definitely not there when I could partake in that, but you know.
There you go. So if you want to get sauced, Halifax is the place to be.
I don't know. I'm not super familiar geographically, so I couldn't really say which one's the farthest I've been, but I've been to Honduras, and I went on a cruise last year, 2 years ago, something like that, and went to, like, the Bahamas, so...
I have been to many locations. Last year I went to Panama. I've been all over. I went to Australia. I lived in Australia. I lived in New Zealand. Went all through South America. So yeah, I've been to many locations. I'm going to Costa Rica in March. What? Sorry, I'm like real pumped about going to Costa Rica.
Buy her merch because she needs to fund that.
Yeah, I need it.
She doesn't know if she can pay for it.
I've paid for half of it, and like,
ouch. And
my corporate client has paid for the other half, but I need to pay her back. My corporate client is also one of my good friends, so.
I was about to say, she's your friend too.
Yeah, she also bought my computer for me, so. There's that. Yeah, New Zealand was gorgeous, Christina. I totally recommend New Zealand. It's beautiful, and it's really nice there. Yeah. Oh, next year I'm going to Germany, too. That's exciting. And we're going to New Jersey. The most exciting place in the world. Fingers crossed. The most exciting place in the world. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah,
all right, keep these questions coming.
We have a fictitious Asian trip where we go to like...
Yeah, we have a dream trip.
China, and Korea, and Japan, and Thailand.
Yeah.
We hit them all.
In our dreams, it's there.
And then we go to Malaysia and kidnap Ricky and bring him back to Canada with us. You know, the huge.
The huge. In this fictitious trip.
Mm-hmm.
When K-Drama Land comes and starts buying all of our screenplays, all of our
all of our
drama
incredible
We will take
screenplays.
that trip.
And
Yeah.
Christina, I would recommend combining Korea and New Zealand because it's not that expensive to fly from Korea to New Zealand, but it's really freaking expensive to fly from New Zealand to North America. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, any more questions? Hit us up. Give us shit to talk about.
You know we're random, so
Yeah.
Yeah, you can not talk about K-drama stuff and
Yep.
Yeah, we'll talk about anything. We're open books. Oh man.
So it's been a year since we started doing this, not live streaming, but podcasting.
So like I'm like kind of into live streaming. It's been like 3 months since I started live streaming nonsense, and it's real bad. But I enjoy it. That's all that matters.
I enjoy that my kids think I'm like super famous because that YouTuber just said your name, Mom.
The YouTuber was me. I'm not technically a famous YouTuber. I'm just Saddle Natalia.
And now you put that in.
Like these kids do know that literally anyone can upload a video on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Like,
they totally do. It's just, I think the first time they didn't realize it was you that I was watching on the live stream, and then they heard like, "Oh yeah, Amanda," and they're like, "Did that YouTuber just talk to you?" And I was like
that's how these live streams work.
Every week for the last year.
I did get a call out on a Twitch stream once and felt very accomplished. So that was exciting. But yeah, no, I want to do more mukbangs and unboxings. Those are like my favorite things to do, and I don't know why. Like, why do people? I enjoy watching unboxings. Other people enjoy watching unboxings. I don't know why. I don't know why. What about them is enjoyable?
Speaking of unboxings, though, so I got a few albums recently, and one of them was so hard to open, which I had seen on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Darn ATs and their albums. They've always been like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes a while to
just
wiggle it out.
So you have to sit there, like, shake it. Like... So the challenge is, can you do it in less than 10 seconds? The answer is no. It probably takes you at least 30.
Like, the last one I got was this beautiful Beautiful Kang Daniel
that was
one.
nice.
Yeah, no, it's like holographic and shit.
Pretty.
And it had like
He didn't mess around.
no, he doesn't mess around. So we got this like weird film strippy thing. We have like the photo card, of course. Then we have 3 postcards. And then a bunch of stickers. Like
For one dude.
for one guy. Like, right,
And then the other
Kaylynn?
ones
I
that
don't
have
know
like
what it is about
13
them.
members and you get like 2 cards. Like, what?
Yeah, no, I was like, this is why. Like, I opened the album, like, and it's a thick boy. This is a thick boy. If this was a novel,
Yeah.
this would be like the 4th
Yeah.
Harry Potter novel thick. Like, Caitlin, I know, right? Like, I don't know. I love watching like when people like, you know, famous YouTubers like will open all the mail that came to their PO boxes. I'm like, why am I enjoying this? Like in my mind, I'm like, this is so stupid. Stop watching it.
So we do have a question.
Yes.
Any other obsessions in addition to K-drama?
Oh yes. I'm built out mostly of obsessions, but the one that I'm most known for are my nails. I'm obsessed with my nails. I have little claws, and I spend all my money and all of my, like, just...
You have some background with that, though. The fact that, like, your nails used to be really brittle and stuff. So
Well, my nails are
you
still really brittle and
wanted to-
stuff, so, like,
you
I
wanted to
cover
do
them.
something about it.
Yeah. And I'm also obsessed with literally everything.
That is not true.
Like, if I like it, it becomes an obsession.
That's a little true.
I do think that, you know, you're
Yeah.
kind of... not Natalia, but people. People are born a fangirl, kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
the
good.
quote her private life, like, that's me. Like, fangirls are born, not made. And I've always been that way, even from a kid. Like, I would just collect it. Like, my first obsession was Star Wars. I was obsessed with Star Wars since I was probably about 4 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think mine came about 10.
I think I saw Return of the Jedi in the theater.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
I saw the
Yeah.
re-release of Star Wars in the theater.
Oh yeah, I've watched the re-releases as well, but no, we used to call him my brother, but he wasn't actually my brother, but my mom used to babysit these guys, and so they were at our house every day for like 5 years. And his birthday party was, he took like 3 of us to the movies, and we went and saw Return of the Jedi, and I had not seen either of the other movies yet, like, because, okay, I mean, if that didn't already date me, VCRs and things, like, DVD players didn't exist, and VCRs were something that you went to, like, the movie rental place, and you rented the VCR to go with it, because most people couldn't afford to have that in their home. So, yeah, I had not seen the first 2 at all, but it was like, sure, I'm sure it'll be fine. And, I mean, it was a fine standalone film, so it worked.
This has been an episode of Amanda ages herself on live stream. And Brianna, I don't know why you're not allowed to do your nails, but that's some straight up bullshit. I'm calling it. Like, every time I see these jobs, they're like, oh, you can't paint your nails. I'm like, this is fascism. This is totalitarianism at its finest. What about you, Jesse?
The X-Files. I've been obsessed
yeah.
with the X-Files since
Yeah.
second season, so years and years and years ago. Yeah, that's been my biggest and ongoing obsession.
I think for me it was old shows, but when I say old, like 1950s, 1960s, but mostly movies. I was really into classic movies when I was like in middle school and junior high. Like that was pretty much that, and then reading Jane Austen. So you put those 2 things together, I was kind of constrained. Like that's really all I would talk about.
Should have been a theater kid. That's like prime, like set up for a
Yeah,
theater kid.
I think probably if I hadn't moved around so much in high school, I probably would have been more involved in theater and stuff than I was. But when you're constantly being the new kid, you're just trying to survive. And I was like, come be a part of the club. I'm like, I'm just trying to figure out how to get to my next class. No,
No. Yeah, I was really into musical theater when I was in high school. That's how I met my husband. My husband and I met in a production of Grease. We were dance partners. We learned to swing dance together. Mm-hmm. But he everyone always thinks he's a lot older than I am because he's got old man vibe, and I've got young lady vibe. Womp womp. The next question we got from Tony, which is, for the K-pop club I'm sponsoring at our local high school, I had an idea to see if they could pick a K-pop song that would be fun to give a tour of their town to. If you did that for your town, what song would you pick? Now, Halifax has two things about it. It's full of booze and hipsters. So, I would have
and
to...
ships. You're not even going to talk about the Porter ships? Like, that's a big thing.
I literally live right across from it. I'm done with these damn ships. I'm done with these damn ships.
Talk about the fact
but,
that
like, I don't know. Like, I would have to say, Pump It Up, maybe? I don't know, like, put your hands up? Yeah. Because it's, like, big party town. It's a party town. But, like, a classy party town. So maybe Party Time by Monsta X, because that's, like, a classy party anthem.
Classy
That
party
is.
song.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a lot of bourbon here and horses. So...
They don't have any K-pop songs about horses, really.
Oh, you know what? I bet they do. I bet they do. We
I'm
just
sure
don't know
they
them.
do in the lyrics that
Actually,
I don't
if you
understand.
think of the choreography of Gangnam Style,
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Kind of
That's
a
very, like,
pony thing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing.
could see that.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a K-pop song about like bridges or something because that's kind of our big thing here.
I'm sure
is,
there's
like,
some
because
solo
we're on
ones,
the border, we have these giant bridges that go from, go over the big river
Mm-hmm.
across the Great Lakes to, to hook us up with the States so we can go shopping and buy cheap booze. We don't because our booze is better, but
Yeah.
we could.
I mean,
Like,
come to Kentucky.
we could theoretically do so. What about you, Sky?
Well, I don't know what it's. I live in a college town. It's a
so
large
rude.
college, and everything revolves around that. I mean,
Hmm.
yay football! I mean, there's really not. I mean,
Yeah,
downtown
basketball.
there's
I've
hipster
got basketball,
stores
too.
and there's cute stuff, but it's, as far as the town itself, it exists because of the college. So I really can't think of a song that describes that.
Hmm.
The funny thing about my town, I like my town because there's stuff here, but like, I didn't go to the school here, so
You have
even though
no
my husband
allegiance.
works at the university, like, he doesn't really care either. So we're like, yay, the university. So, whatever.
Good job. Good
Good job. It's
job.
good to have a job.
So, Annie wants to know, what's the worst drama we tried to watch this year? She wants the Tea Girls.
Thing is, I'm a dropper these days. Like, I'm trying to get way better at that, so it's hard for me to remember. I've dropped a lot.
I'm always a dropper. If I don't like it, it's gone. Even after an episode, I can figure
Now-
out if I'm gonna like it or not.
I am not. Right now there's like a tie. Devilish Joy was a nightmare, and I hated every moment of it after the first episode.
And you watched the whole thing?
I watched like 3/4 of it, and then I was like,
You dropped it.
it's like my first ever.
Wow.
And
She
the
doesn't
second
drop
one,
things.
that like, I can't say it's the worst drama I watched, but it's driving me nuts right now, is My Mowgli Boy. I just can't fucking deal with the main couple right now.
And it's a Chinese drama. by
Yeah,
the
it's a
way.
Chinese drama, and it's like the two secondary couples are so adorable, but the main couple is just the fucking worst. And I like fast forward. I can't. But yeah, that would be Devilish Joy for sure. I just thought it was hot garbage on a fucking asphalt.
That's
Which technically that was last year. I'm looking and I'm like, everything that I'm finding through I'm on my drama list going through my dropped, and everything that I'm like, oh, that one, I'm like, oh no, that wasn't this year.
I haven't really watched a
When I-
lot.
Hmm.
And most of the ones that I've dropped this year, I didn't drop because they were bad. I dropped because they weren't
What you
a
wanted to
good
watch.
fit for me. It wasn't the time, or it just wasn't Yeah.
Oh, I got one.
It's really messy. Give me a spoon.
So,
Turn your camera off.
and this might be whatever, but perfume.
Oh.
I dropped
Thank you,
that.
Did you try
So,
it?
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't say I watched the whole thing, obviously, but, like, there was enough not right about that show within the first 2 episodes that I wasn't even gonna, like, and I don't do that often. It takes quite a bit for me to just be like, not playing, and it was very much that. So, when you start doing a lot of, like, you know, making jokes about things you really shouldn't joke about, like suicide and all types of other things, like, I'm not gonna play that anymore, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a struggle with 100 Days My Prince.
We did, but we made it through.
We made it through. Like, there was a section of that show that I liked, though. Like, first half.
The Envoys!
Pre-DramaFever.
And that is us confessing we did not find the rest of that show on legal sources.
Except for the Envoys. We all loved the Envoys. The Envoys.
I mean, they're the only thing, like, getting us through.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, it was not the worst show, but it was a struggle during the last 4 episodes.
Because it went from being fun to being, like, depressing.
Fun. Yeah. The fun got sucked out.
So,
I watched Live or Die. I started with that one, and that one I had to let go because I couldn't. It was too depressing, and it was sad, and it was like, it looked like it was going to be funny and like adult siblings, and I love adult siblings. Like, I love that trope or that combination. I love it. I love when adult siblings are, you know, loving and teasing each other and joking, you know, like Father's Strange, and they're like, you know, like them all fighting and goofing off, but also supporting each other and stuff. And so I was really hopeful for that. But no, like, they all hated each other's guts and treated each other like crap. And it was like, oh. And it was sad and depressing. I was like, what? No.
it's like,
So much going for it.
Yeah.
It wasn't. And the people I know who kept watching it, like, people who are really nice about stuff and are all, like, seem to always find the good in everything they watch, and they were like struggling. They were like, this is bad. Like, I'm having a hard time. There's nothing good here, and you know. And it was like, okay, if you can't find the good in this, I'm not going back. Like, I just no, we're done.
But I do think overall, I think personally, once I drop a show, I'm not gonna. I don't focus on the bad shows that I don't dig, or even the shows that I don't necessarily call bad, because I usually feel not good about saying.
I thought of it.
What?
My first love part 2.
Oh!
Yes.
oh no, I got another one.
We did dwell on that because we have a whole spoiler episode.
I got another one, guys.
Not on that.
Guys,
Oh.
guys, I got another one. Coffee and vanilla.
Hey, so like,
Hey, but you guys really watched that while you were watching it.
We treated that like crack. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why.
We sort
did.
like, there was something about it that while you were watching it, you wanted to keep watching it, but when you stopped watching it, you were like, why the fuck am I watching this?
Why am I watching this? And everybody consistently that watches that show is the same way. They're like, why did I watch this? What am I doing with my life? But you still wanted it. Like, you wanted more
I
episodes.
wanted an answer at the end. Like, there should have been something, and then there wasn't. There's a podcast on that too.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
So,
I guess that's on coffee.
it's on coffee.
Oh,
So,
you know
Christina,
what? Another one for me was Wolf, Ty. And I was really looking forward to that one because I like a lot of the actors in that. But it was such garbage. The first episode was so bad. Like, so poorly made and so, like, so atrociously put together. And then on top of that, the plot was just mind-bogglingly bad. Like, I mean, it was basically these people all got connected through the internet, contacted, and, like, to be on, like, a reality show that was going to get filmed, CCTV and cameras and, like, phones and stuff. But they were basically all, like, challenged to, like, have sex with strangers, and then like if they managed to do it in the right amount of time, then they got to move on to the next stage or something. And it was just like, no, I can't. I love a couple of you actors, but I can't watch you in this. It was so bad, so bad. And like they did like dubbing for people, but like it was really, really, really super bad dubbing, and like and nonsensically, like I didn't know why there was dubbing, and don't look that, don't go watch that.
What I was saying is, like, in general, and even on our podcast, we don't talk much about what we don't like, because we'll be like, well, I dropped it, and then we'll talk about the stuff we like, just because it's always more fun.
Yeah, I mean, like,
more joy in that.
Everybody's allowed to like what they like, and I don't want to, like, make someone feel bad because they like something I hate, like, because...
Yeah, it's fine.
In the end, we're just watching
And we always say that, too, like, don't let people feel crummy, like, don't let them make you feel crummy for liking something.
Like, you don't have to like what we like. If you like something that we don't like, that's totally fine. We're different people. That's cool.
We always support.
Yeah. So, Christina wants to know if we have any thoughts on Melting Me Softly. I don't think any of us have watched it.
Sky has.
Sky, have you?
I've talked about it a couple times on the podcast. You think I haven't watched it?
Oh my god. Listen, you're aware that my brain is a sieve. It goes in and out.
Your brain is melting me softly.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we already knew. So Sky's the only one with any thoughts on this.
I have only watched the first 2 episodes, because then October happened. K-pop happened.
K-pocalypse.
Which meant that, like, my K-drama watching time exists only a little bit. But, for me, when, for instance, when the poster came out, I was thinking, because, for the record, I don't trust posters or trailers on K-dramas, like, whatsoever, because usually the marketing team is off in some other universe compared to the show. Like,
it's true.
So, anyway, the vibe of the poster was one thing, but then, as far as, I was expecting a different tone of the show, I think, than I got from the first 2 episodes, but it's not like it was totally shocking or anything. I mean, I figured the science wasn't going to be awesome. That's not a shocker. Like, it was more screwy than I was prepared for. I actually like screwy shows, so that doesn't mean that I'm, like, bummed out. It's just that since I was busy, it's definitely taken a backseat. Currently, I probably will finish it just because I'm curious about, like,
how it ends.
Also how the, just plot-wise, like, what are they going to do with that? Like, how, if in the first 2 episodes all this happened, what else are you going to do? So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ground to cover. So I'm curious, and since I like a lot of the actors and stuff, but definitely the time jump with a lot of actor changes was also kind of shocking, I think.
That was so delicious.
Wait, what drama was this? Melting Me Softly? What?
That game show one is called Wolf. It's Wolf. It's.
Doesn't it? Who's in it? Is New's in it, isn't it? Isn't New in it?
Yeah, Newly was in it, and I'm trying to think who else was in that. There was a lot of people in it. Like, there was a lot of people that I really quite like actors and actresses that I kind of adore, and I was really looking forward to it. But 5 people, 25 missions, but like based off of the first couple episodes, every single mission has to do with sex. Like it's like, go approach that group of 4 foreigners, and I've chosen one that you should hook up with, and if you choose the right one, then you get to move on to the next, like, and so he basically flirts with all 4 of them, and then, like, cuts them out one by one, like, yeah, and that was, like, yeah, it was brutal. It was so, I'm trying to think, yeah, Nui was in it, Off was in it, First is in it, who I adore First, his big smile, he's so cute. But, like, I was not watching. He was the one that was, like, seducing this group of, like, 4 foreigners, and, like, no, it was not okay. It was Wasn't that okay?
Feel free to hit us with more questions.
Yeah, and if anyone was wondering, that burger my husband made was delicious. If you enjoyed that silent mukbang that I engaged in briefly, it was really good. It was a Beyond Meat burger. It was delicious. We bought the last pack of burgers available in the store, like a bunch of monsters. Like they were having like a two for sale. And so we only saw one package, and I was like, no, I want both. I want 2 packages. I want the sale. And then it's like I shoved over, like, the vegan burgers next to it, and there was, like, one little package hiding underneath, and I was like, ah!
When you said shoved over, I thought you were going to say you shoved over a person. I was like...
Yeah, we went, like, listen, it's not that dire for us vegans here in Halifax.
So they're getting, like, the sale things at the store.
Like, we don't need to be that crazy.
Okay, when we see that in, like, kind of the funnier dramas, surely that's played up, right?
Yeah, I would
to.
hope so.
Like, Black Friday, like, every Saturday.
Yeah.
Every Saturday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday.
Yeah. That's a
We
lot.
got the coupons, we're gonna just take everybody out. It's like, okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Sorry, just got a notification, my phone buzzing at me, you get distracted. Oh, technology. Oh, technology. It was just someone had left a comment on one of my fan fictions.
The life of a famous fan fiction author.
Yes. Oh, so famous. Much fame. Very
I'm
famous.
so glad you gave us some time to say that.
Thank you for putting us in.
I managed to find the time in my busy schedule. Let's see, what did I do today? I went to the dollar store to get supplies to make my dog a Halloween costume. Then went to the grocery store and bought the burgers that were on sale. And then I dyed my hair and I took a nap. That was Natalia's big day. Natalia's big day today. Diablo's gonna be a bat. He's gonna be a bat for Halloween.
Aw, cute.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I felt like anytime my electricity goes out, which is rare, it makes me feel like I'm in the 1800s or something. I don't know.
Like, you can't do anything. You're like, what's happening?
The fact that my phone was on less than 15% battery, too, I was like, so I felt like I couldn't connect with Twitter or anything, so... And then my husband was out of town at the moment. I mean, it was great to where I was just like, well, I'm going to go back to bed now.
Like, that's all you can do at that point.
Like, not that there's nothing to do, but I thought all of town, which it's a decent-sized town, I thought all of town was down because that's what the outage map said. Big fat lie. Only my part of town. So I was like, oh my gosh, the entire town is blacked out. Like, what happened? I can't even go tell. And then like, no, it's just your side of town and just 2 circuits. I'm like... Okay, well, I spazzed out about nothing, thank you. And I'm fine now, it's 2 hours later.
Janaya, don't you come for me like this in a public forum, girl. You know you'll get what you get when you get it. Don't you be coming for me. We have some more questions, though. From Kaylynn. She wants to know if we had to watch only one Asian drama actor for the rest of your life, who would you watch? That answer is easy. Soju Sub. I love him. Bless his little heart. And his...
I think it would be Junho for me. He's not disappointed lately.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, okay, lately he's disappointed because he's in the army and I'm getting nothing. But, like, before that, everything he does, I love.
He does a variety thing. Yeah, I would say that too.
He does so many different things, and so I would never be bored.
Yeah.
If I only had his dramas, like his back dramas to watch, I think I would be all right. Like,
and he does Japanese stuff, so you'd be able to be out of the country too. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what you're saying too, Jesse?
Yeah, I think so.
High five.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise! Jesse von Junho. Surprising turn of events.
Apparently he's my bias.
Yeah, according to that quiz.
Well, according to my lie detector,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was the lie
it
detector.
was Yeah, the lie detector said that he was the one who was in your heart, so...
You're also not from Canada. Your name's not Natalia.
The lie detector spoke the truth. What can I say?
So, I'm sorry, Chansung. I'm sorry.
It's been a good run. It's been a good run with Chansung. Oh, we got some Junho love in the chat.
Yay!
The next question. Oh wait, Sky, you didn't answer. Yeah, Sky trying to weasel out of this question. I see how.
It was totally fine that I didn't have to answer.
I could think of one. Like,
You can think of one for me?
yeah, Hyunbin, you always go for his dramas.
That's
Yeah,
true.
whatever because he can just kind of do anything. But to me,
He can get it. You can
We
get
can do
it.
that. You can get it.
The next question is, do you watch the K Entertainment news shows like Entertainment Weekly or anything? That was from Tony, and no. I don't.
Entertainment, no.
I go to
I mean, if
Twitter.
they have a clip of like someone I like.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, if it finds me on Twitter, like if
Yeah.
it slaps me upside, then I'll watch a clip. But
Yeah, I go to Twitter for all my news. It's the most
I
reliable location.
I watch parts of this isn't a K Entertainment show. I call this a budget SNL at this point. So Moonbin, he is on what do they call it? It's like this long, I can't even think of the name now. But it's like SNL, they'll do all these little skits. Like one of their skits that's recurring is one guy dresses up like Bob Ross, and then they have these funny puns, I think, for the rest of the skit. And it's only like 15-minute or so clips. The first season of it never got English subbed, and it's on YouTube. This is on YouTube. So I just had to see what was funny. But then the second season now that's currently out, like they are English subbing. So like I've actually been able to, and it's just really stupid stuff. Like one skit was they were trying to show how to like be resourceful with your accessories and stuff. So a chick, like she got a corn cob and she took all the corn kernels off, and then she used it to curl her hair. Like, it was just ridiculous. Or there'll be an ongoing skit, like there's this an office drama essentially that they keep going back to. Last season it was like Heart Signal, isn't that the name of like the real drama? So they pretty much did a heart signal where it was all these guys and girls and like they would be attracted to each other, but then Moonbin showed up and like all the girls wanted Moonbin automatically, and it was really
Like, fair. Fair.
As you do.
No, I haven't even run across any of those like entertainment shows actually.
They have some on Kokowa, but it's not really my thing. I don't know.
For that type of thing, I think Soompi is kind of my.
Yeah, they usually have the
So-
news.
Yeah, I just follow random news sites. I don't actually like watch anything.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times it's not subbed too, so
Yeah, so
at that point I can't even like pretend to know that Korean. Like like K-pop stuff, you can kind of figure it out. Like you're like, okay, I've got basic sentences, but like news, no.
Yeah.
And also a lot of K-pop stuff. They use so many English loanwords too. Like,
Yeah, it's super easy to just keep up with them. You're like, okay, I don't need it.
like I watched an interview with ATEEZ, and all of a sudden they're playing a game where they couldn't use any foreign words. Which, of course, you start talking about just their song titles or something, and they're just like, and so then they'd have to, like, do this long description for a one-word title, just because they had to, like, go the long way around.
yeah.
And you can tell they would go, like, old-school Korean wording, just to, like, because anymore people just use the English words. It's kind of,
Yeah.
So, any more queries for the old Noonas and Janaya? I swear to God, if you bring up Alone Together, we gonna have words. We gonna have words. I'll be getting to it, okay? I'm easily distracted.
Just for the record, they talk to each other like this all the time. It's not like she's just randomly.
We've actually met Janaya. Like,
Yeah, we're like bros. We're bros.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she may have mentioned Alone Together the first time we met. It's coming. Don't worry. I'll get to it.
I would have just beat you up when you guys met to get it over with.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is a tough one. If you had to pick between K-drama, C-drama, J-drama, Thai drama, or Taiwanese dramas, which ones would you pick?
J-drama.
Yeah, that was easy for you.
Done.
Oh.
I'm gonna think about it.
I don't know.
I think for me it's K-drama just because genre-wise there's a lot
Variety.
So it's not as if I even watch every genre when time comes down to it. But if I ever wanted to, there's a lot of variety.
I have a hard time choosing between, I think, Thai and Taiwanese. Like,
Yeah, same.
I'm just gonna say T dramas and like
Or whatever.
anything.
Question mark on.
Bye, Tony.
You know, because you get different things with them. You know,
I
like
mean,
Taiwanese has really good storytelling, I think, but like Thai does too in a different way, right?
Yeah.
So those are sort of my favorites.
So, Kaylynn wants to know, what dramas are we looking forward to in November until we meet again?
Have they released a lot of them?
Kaylynn, I know you're also looking forward to this, but Until We Meet Again is at the top of my list. The top of my list, Kaylynn. The top.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the word top. Pun intended.
There's a Taiwanese drama coming out on Netflix called Someday or One Day. Part of, right? Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Netflix never shows me
Busted. Busted is.
Oh yeah, Busted is also, yeah.
yeah, that's soon.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one that I know of as official in terms of November. Right?
Did Catch the Ghost already come out? Did I just totally miss that message?
I don't think so, but I think it's coming soon because I've seen the promos like heightened.
I think I've been wanting to watch that one, or at least try it.
I'm pretty sure it's still October.
Annie says she's
I
excited.
think that one's that we're like people are not sure what's gonna go up for that one.
Wait, are you saying that Until We Meet Again will be on Viki, or Find the Ghost will be on Viki, Kaylynn? We need clarification. But also, Annie is excited for Psychopath Diary. That also looks very interesting. So, yes.
October 21st.
October 21st, Catch the Ghost. Okay, that's technically this month.
Okay.
That's not bad.
I feel like October has already been like 2 months long. Just for the record.
feels like
So
it.
many things are happening. Not only are there like a billion comebacks, I had 3 weddings in a row in October, and I'm just like dead. This is the first weekend I haven't gone and shot a 12-hour wedding, so I'm just like enjoying life right now.
Yeah, I just keep thinking, oh, October's almost here. It's like, no, it's not really. We're in the middle of it. Like, oh, okay.
You still have like 14 more comebacks, don't worry.
Yeah.
I know.
We haven't even got to like Monster X. And...
Okay, apparently... Wait.
Tired already.
I'm tired already.
Caitlin, which T-drama? Until We Meet Again? Are you telling me Until We Meet Again will be on Viki? Because if so, what an exciting day for old Natalia. But I don't think that's what you mean, because, like, Viki doesn't really pick up the Thai dramas, especially since the Thai companies put them all
did
on
Jesse
YouTube.
talk about a Taiwanese drama? Is that what you
I was
mentioned?
talking about Taiwanese. I think it's that.
Okay.
I have it written down, but I don't know. It's part of the Taiwanese that the Netflix produced.
Okay.
The trio.
Cool.
I don't know if this one's the one with what's his face? Why am I blanking on his name? Never mind, we'll get to it. I'm
We'll
bad
figure
with
it out.
names. Bad with names.
I really need to try to pick some Taiwanese dramas back up. Like, I really got too hooked on trying on-air stuff, and I really need to just...
Yeah, I need to just stop.
I need to, like, not be as hooked onto that. So I can try some other stuff, like, free myself up a little bit. Which I think I'm slowly doing.
Jasper Lou. I forgot his name. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh!
I know. Brain, okay, I can see his face, and that's all that matters.
That is all that matters.
His reality show.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. He has a reality show with, what's his face?
And it's a travel show, isn't
Lee
it?
Sung-gi.
Yeah, Lisa. We only
I
did
don't know that.
2 episodes about him in September.
What's
And
his
I
name?
still know nothing about him. I'm sorry.
So Jasper's drama is coming to Netflix in December. Oh, Kaylynn, you always know when the comebacks are. Girl, you know it. Until We Meet Again has, like, absorbed my life for the past 6 months or so. So I have just...
So I don't know anything about this thing that you're talking about.
Oh, okay. So Until We Meet Again is a Thai drama starring one of my favorite Thai actors, Fluke. Fluke. We love Fluke. He's so cute. Where basically it's like a reincarnation drama where this isn't even giving away anything because this happens literally in the first chapter of the book. So I assume it'll probably happen in the first episode of the show. Their past lives were in love, and then their families were opposed to them because they were gay, so they committed suicide. But they promised to, like, meet again in their next life. Yeah. So then, fast forward to the next life, and an adorable little college student who just loves making Thai desserts catches the eye of the handsome swim team captain, and for some reason, that's right, Beth, Fluke! And then for some reason, they just feel like there's a strange connection between the two of them, and they fall in love. I'm like in it to win it with this drama. It's got a stellar cast.
The story is so good.
It's got a great director.
Cried
Yeah.
reading. Like, they
It's
get
got
to...
Sammy in it. It's the book
It's
has
so
the
good.
craziest sex scene I've ever seen. But I doubt that'll make it into the show.
Probably not. No.
I feel like they're gonna tone that down. But, like, listen,
Right.
I've seen Red Wine in The Dark Knight. Fluke done some crazy shit on screen before. Just putting it out there.
But movies and TV are different.
That's true. If you ever want to watch the most confusing vampire movie you've ever seen in your life, Red Wine in The Dark Knight, that's the way to go. That movie is
That's such a descriptive title.
Well, it's because the main characters' name are Wine and Night, and it's about a vampire, so the red wine's technically blood. Anyway.
I know, I was just saying it was a very descriptive
It's a good title. It's I can't say it's a good movie. He's good in the movie. Fluke is very good in the film. But it's a very fucked up movie. Like, it's a movie that you watch and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's real messed up. It's, yeah. Fluke also looks like he's about 13 years old, even though he's in his mid-20s. But he's, he's so cute. He's just, face. We all love Fluke. Like, it was about a friendship. That's right, Beth. Red Wine in the Dark Knight was about a friendship. It was about a found family between a gay vampire with amnesia and an unwitting serial killer who didn't mean to become
and that's about all you need to know.
That's all you need to know, okay? Like, and this isn't even giving this much away, but my favorite part is, like, the last scene where the vampire literally throws himself in the trash. And I just die every time I watch it. I've seen it more than once. Like, it's one of those movies where you're like, I really need to laugh at something just ridiculous. And you're like, I'm gonna watch Red Wine in the Dark Knight because this movie is confusing. I feel like we should, if you know what, like, I wish that, Rabbit still existed so that I could just host, like, a movie night of Red Wine in the Dark Knight, because I think that would be hilarious. Any other questions for your girls? Come on. We want to chat with y'all.
Make it into a musical.
I make everything into a
That's
musical.
what K-dramas need more of, musical shows.
Like,
Or musical episodes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
I would think the amount of idols being in shows.
replace the surprise serial killer with, like, surprise musical episode.
Why not? Why pick? Why not both?
Serial killer starts singing.
Like a serial killer.
Buffy.
That's right. That's exactly the musical episode of Buffy that I was just thinking of.
Once more with feeling.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Such a good episode. Such a good episode. Actually, like most episodes of Buffy are good episodes. Any male leads that we're falling in love with recently? Hello, outspoken artistry. We're happy you're here.
Oh, hi.
The Bollywood touch, Christina? Yeah, the Bollywood touch. Jocelyn, holla. Any male leads we're falling in love with recently? Like new ones or like ones that we've recently fallen in love with?
Okay, Roboon in Extraordinary You.
Oh, he's pretty fine.
So pretty. I already knew he was pretty, but like the way they shoot him is so
I've
pretty.
seen him in.
He's so pretty.
And then they do have shots that are like obviously for like the main girl to fall in love with him, but you're still like, I don't even care if you're like over 10 years younger than me. Whatever.
It's legal. It's legal. Don't worry about it.
Well, and even the second lead guy.
EJ Look.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a good actor.
Oh yeah, he was so good in Search WWW.
So
I
good.
think he gets so nasty when it's like...
Yeah.
I just have to make a comment that Beth just said because it's hilarious. It's when I tell my friends that I'm watching a K-drama rom-com, they ask how many people died. Girl, you're right. Girl, you're right. You're right.
With that should be a new rating for like
The body count.
body count. Yeah. Body count 3, body count 5, body count 10. Oh, it's still a rom-com.
Yeah. For me, if we're going...
So 10, then you're like questioning the rom-com
Yeah.
ability.
Maybe you're in thriller and not rom-com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
10 is thriller.
If we're going for thirst trap male leads, there is a fellow. It's not recently caught my eye, but he's finally back in with getting a male lead, and that's my main man, Earth Pirapat. He got a main lead. He's the hottest man in the world. Oh, if you don't know who he is, you gotta look him up. This man is fine. And he has a smile that could light up the sun. Like, boy can get it.
I mean, Marcus Chang is...
Okay, Marcus Chang is hot as hell.
So looking at him like just that. Yeah, I don't think he's done anything recently, but...
That
He's
was
not.
one of the dropped dramas was a Marcus Chang one because he had the worst hair and the female lead had the worst
I watched
voice.
that whole
I just
thing.
could not watch that drama.
The hair did not bother me whatsoever.
Oh, I couldn't. I was like, you made my boy look ugly and the girl is annoying me, so I'm
out.
full out.
No, but like, Earth, oh boy. Beth, you right, his smile, oh. It's like the nicest smile in the world. Like, he's fine.
Lovely.
I'm like real pumped for a show. When will it come out? I don't know. It said coming soon, which means sometime in the next year?
Maybe?
Like, who knows? GMMTV likes to screw us around, but...
Well, they have this thing in October saying, here's the dramas for next year. Like, some of the dramas that they announced last year in October have not aired yet because they're the, like, November, December dramas.
So it's like, when will we get... Actually, though, this one feels like a summer drama, so I'm very confident in us getting hot military Earth Pirapat in the summer. I'm, like, invested. I'm excited. 12 to 24 months. That's right, Beth. We never know. It's the gestation period of an elephant. Like, who knows? We'll get it when we get it. They'll feed us when we deserve it. That's how they're like... And we'll take what we can get.
So another one that has caught my eye is Kim Kwan. He's psychometric. He's in Leverage. I know Leverage is not on legal sources currently.
Go to the highs.
But I might have watched the first episode somewhere.
We don't judge.
He's definitely rocking a military crew cut in that show.
And we into that.
Yeah.
I mean, I did watch
Military haircut.
Coffee and Vanilla because of Dory.
Yeah.
So
He was beautiful through the entire thing.
He was
So
very
beautiful.
good looking.
Even though he was sketched through most of it too, he was still beautiful.
Apparently Caitlin's a big Kim Kwan fan, so that's fun.
yeah.
I'm there's a guy whose face is in my head, but I can't. Okay, I don't know his name. He's on my Mowgli boy. He's the professor.
He's cute.
He's so cute. He's not like super hot or anything. He's just like endearing. Like it's his personality. He's exactly like my husband is. So I'm always just like, oh, I just wanna, oh, sweet. No, I just want to pinch his little cheeks. He's not so much a thirst trap. It's more just like he's things in my emotions. He comes to me. No pun intended there. ASMR.
So the main K-pop comeback that you guys are looking forward to is Monsta X. Is that at the very end of the month?
I think so.
Mhm.
Super Junior.
I
I like
think it's
Super
my,
Junior's new song that just
main
came out.
one. Because it would have to do Ladies Code and Brown Eyed Girls. I think those are the ones that were my main one because they were the one. Ladies Code was unexpected until it was announced. And then Brown Eyed Girls had been waiting for a couple months.
And when is that one coming out?
It's this month. Hold on, I have it on the calendar. So I put things on the calendar because I won't remember them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was looking for the calendar earlier in my immense number of tabs, and guess what? I don't think I have
It's on the same day as Monsta X.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this about Sky, but she has an anxiety-causing amount of tabs open on her browser at all moments.
Especially when
Yeah,
I'm
like if
doing
I have like
things.
3 tabs open, my computer's like, whoa,
I
calm
put
your
my
tits.
drama list on my computer, and my computer's like freaking out.
I don't
Like I
know.
have to like close everything.
Oh, so apparently Brown Eyed Girls and Monsta X are both on the 28th.
Yeah.
And Bree has another question. She wants to know what our favorite book series is. This is a
Oh.
tough question. We're a bunch of readers over here.
This is my favorite one. It's called The Broken Crown. It's the first book. It's by Michelle West or Michelle Segura. If you're looking her up, she goes by both her maiden name and her married name, depending on what series she's writing. And it's the Sun Sword series and all following series. There's like 3 or 4 connected series, and they're so good. So good, and you should all read them because they're fabulous.
I don't read a lot of series, or like I have a tendency to only read one in the series and not continue. And I would say they're not the best, but they were highly enjoyable to me. Every book that I got, and I was on like as soon as it came out in the stores buying it. But the Suki Stackhouse series, I was like totally
they're crack. They're crack, those books.
They're not good, but
No.
they're like good in terms of like entertainment value, and that's really all that matters essentially, you know?
Yeah.
For me, literally anything by Cassandra Clare, and they're all different series, but they're all set in the
Cassandra Clare's good.
same universe. So the Mortal Instruments, the Infernal Devices, I literally have Mortal Instruments tattoos. Like I'm obsessed, and a new book comes out in the spring, and I'm really excited. Those are the books that the show Shadowhunters is based on. It's not that good, and it's not very authentic to the books, but the books are incredible. So if you like urban fantasy, go read the books. They're real good. What about you, Sky?
I think the one I'm just gonna pick, because I gotta pick one of them. Glamorous Histories is what it's called. The first book is called Shades of Milk and Honey. It's written by She's now a Hugo Award-winning author this past year. She wrote a new series, the Lady Astronaut series, which I haven't gotten time to read yet, but I've heard that's like amazing. But the glamorous histories is pretty much if Jane Austen was set in a magical universe.
Ooh.
To where it is that era,
I am
it's definitely
intrigued.
that culture, but the magic, and she's very good with her system of magic, and it's not like, oh, everything's magical. It's they can create illusions, and they kind of weave them, and it's a skill, just like playing the piano or embroidery or whatever. And so, and it's seen as a woman's thing, but then also the main guy character ends up being, so it's kind of like an art. And
Who's the author?
so Mary Robinette Quall is her name. Quall. I follow her on Twitter. She's and yeah, she's really well known for the Lady Astronaut series these days since she got the big award. But which I've heard I should recommend, but I just haven't read them yet. Because K-pop and K-drama stuff.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if I wasn't doing these other things, I would probably be reading those things.
Yeah, I just don't have time. Like, I tried. There was a valiant attempt, and then I work in this stuff, and I can barely watch, like, actual drama. So
Wow.
Right. Like,
books are, like, then pushed way far behind.
and once I get started on a book, it's I don't usually like read 1 hour's worth. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
I
you're
know.
in it to win it.
Binge
Right.
that book, it's gonna be a full 4
Yeah.
hours.
because
Go.
for me, this is part of the reason why I liked the show W, and I know some people don't like it, that's fine. Part of the reason I like the show W is to see what I think fictional characters exist like, because to me, if I'm reading them in a book, and if I leave them hanging with whatever they're doing, they're stuck there until I get back to it. So, like,
You feel
if they're
bad?
in great danger and I go, like, eat lunch or something, the entire time they're
Just rude.
yeah, like,
You
or if you
monster.
set it down for, like, months, like, they're in grave danger the whole time. Like, that's, like, the worst thing you could possibly do to them. So,
I just can't, like, force myself to, like, stop. It's really hard for me to, like, go ahead and put it down. Like, and also, like, books don't help me sleep, so that, like,
Yeah.
No.
I'll never fall asleep during reading a book. Like, I
Yeah,
have to
like-
not like a book to put it down.
the people who read right before bed, that's great. But, like, if I get engaged in it, I'm staying
Yeah.
up. Like, there's not gonna be...
Yeah, and I already have, like, a lot of issues with sleep. I don't need that hindering it. Like, just don't need that
Yeah.
added thing.
Shades of Milk and Honey is the first book, and then all the covers are glorious. I want to say there were 3 or 4 books in it. I own all of them. And even the settings kind of change, but yeah, it kind of follows the main characters for quite a while. They show up throughout the whole series. It's pretty darn good. And the men in the... So Jane Austen heroes can like Darcy, like, he's not that great of a guy, like, he's kind of a jerk. So, you kind of get this Sundari character, but in the end, he's a really caring guy. So, like, that's really endearing when you read it.
Beth, I have read Ilona Andrews and Kate Daniels, and I like them both quite a bit. And, Annie, we will have to check out that podcast, because I love Brandon Sanderson, so that seems like a fun writing podcast there.
Ooh.
I'm all for podcasts. That's all I do at work.
What
Podcasts.
podcast?
It's called Writing Excuses. So
I
she
have
does
totally listened to that, yeah, because Mary Robinette Quall's on there with...
with Brandon Sanderson.
I've listened to a fair bit of it. And they're really funny. And they go on, like, I think they recently went on a cruise. It's the type of thing that if you go be a part of their stuff. If you're a hardcore writer type. But I think it was probably last year or so, they started through the whole process of writing, so, like, step by step, and I thought that was pretty neat.
Interesting.
She's also a puppeteer. Like, she's fascinating, by the way.
That's really cool.
Like, she was a professional puppeteer for quite some time.
That's cool.
And so she would go to like...
That's hard. I did it for like one summer, and like my arms wanted to drop off. It was brutal.
Yeah, like she would... I mean, she went over to like Jim Henson Studios a time or two. Like she's...
That's crazy.
Amazing.
Cool.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. I've read some of B.E. Schwab.
Oh, yeah.
This just was really interesting.
Itchy boob.
It's so funny, like, when you look at the type of YA type books I've read, I was in a dark place for a year with a lot of books. And, like, the reason that's hilarious is you guys know, like, that's not mine.
Yeah, no, it'd be like, yeah. Like, I'm just always in a dark place.
Like, to where after about 5 or 6, because there was a year there that I read about 100 books, so I had too many dark YA books, like, back to back, to where I was just like, I'm done, like, I can't right now. If I get one more teenager killing another teenager for no apparent reason.
Yeah, some of them can be really brutal.
Yeah. I really like urban fantasy the best, so like stuff like Ilona Andrews is like way up my alley. And Kate Daniels too.
Urban fantasy is really good. I'm a thriller, obviously. Straight thriller. Can get me on
and agreed about the tsundere characters thing. But I'm just saying, some tsundere characters, like there are some toxic-ish tsundere characters out there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Darcy really is, because to me, Darcy is really pretty harmless.
Yeah.
I've always liked Darcy. Darcy was like my first Jane Austen love, so I really can't say too much.
And it's also mostly her perspective of him, not him himself.
Yeah.
So. Right. Like, you know, he's kind of a character of like the wealthy dude. Like,
yeah.
So, no. I mean, I typically prefer the Wentworth type. You know, a lot more carried in there.
I like anti-heroes. Not like in my real life, but just, you know.
Yeah, Han Solo was my first anti-hero love. Like,
yeah, you know, like it's a good time.
When you fall in love with the young version of an older actor, like when you're growing up, it's a really strange experience.
Oh my god, you're reading Wait, there's a new Hollows book coming out in June? Bree, this is news to me. I am pumped now. Now I'm excited. I fucking love the Hollows.
We all need to read more. I need to read more.
I need more time. It's not like I don't want to. I don't have the time to.
I just don't sleep. So
I've been reading a lot of like fan fictions and stuff on, you know, so, and they're short, so you kind of get it done, you know, and one of the last book in that series that I mentioned earlier by Michelle West, like the last book is sitting on my shelf, and I'm like 2 chapters into it, but I think I'm putting it off because it's the last book and I don't want to be done.
I do that too.
I'm like, you know, I'm trying to like draw it out somehow, make it last. So she also has a new book in one of her other series coming out in like, I think a month or something. So I like kind of need to read it so I can watch the other books. So.
Bree, that's totally exciting. I'm down to clown with that. I love the Hollows. Like, love. So, yeah. I'm pretty pumped now. Now that I know that it exists. I'm,
Bye! Thank you for coming!
Bye, Annie!
I think I have to go too, unfortunately.
Oh.
I know. I feel like I'm like, I don't want to leave the party, but like, I think I have to.
Well, we've been doing
a lot
this
of
for
like off stage, like action happening, and a lot of like, come on, it's time. Like we need you in your real life. So I think I might have to leave.
Well, I think we've been at this for an hour and 40 minutes, so I think this is a good, successful first year live stream. Janaya, I will check out that book. Anyway, we will call it a night for this inaugural first year anniversary live stream. Hopefully we can do more live streams in the future because this was like super fun. I had a good time. Yeah. So I hope everyone else
Thanks for
did.
watching us.
Yeah, thank
for
you.
coming in and asking us questions.
Thank you so much. Anyway, we hope you have a great night. Bye.
Bye.
We'll see you on Twitter.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We'll be there soon. Good night, Beth. Good night, Annie. Good night, Bree. Good night, Christina. Good night, Jocelyn. Thank you, Jocelyn. Oh, we always have fun with you too, Christina, and hopefully more in the future. All right, good night, Bree. Woo, bye. Good night, everyone I missed. Love y'all. Mwah.